Use your arrow tool to click. Now you're freed of that because a lot of times you're holding this. You'll see this when you're filling out a form on the internet. You're in one little text box and then you think you move to the next one, but you're still in that. The birthdays is the one. When you do the year, and then you think you're in a new box, and as you're moving your finger around, it's changing the year, even though you're not looking at it. And then you click out, and you go back, and you send the form in, and it comes back and says your birthday is 1910. So get in the habit of using your tool here to get at a pointer. So as soon as you get a pointer, I always click, and it doesn't put a point, but it frees you of where you were. And if you ever need to, see, a lot of times now you got the text tool, you're going to click it, and you're not going to realize that there's text starting there. So say you decide you didn't notice that. Now we're going to go down here, and we're going to pick a word, sugar terms. So let's say we click text tool, we're going to do glucose, Glucose. Well, we go to move it, and what we're going to see if we go like this, see there's a little tab up there. That's when we accidentally clicked it before with the text tool. So always your arrow is what you're going to be using the most of. So you get that and you just delete it. So again, if you ever click somewhere by accident and you're off somewhere else, you don't realize it, you can do select all, Command A or whatever, so it clicks everything. And you look and you see a little dot there. And you're like, well, wait a minute. There's nothing there. You got to get rid of those. There's things called stray points also that'll do that. So use your arrow. This is why it's like a video game. I think kids would have fun doing this. So you delete that. Now we take glucose. We use our pointer to click at the beginning. Text tool, we highlight it. We do Command C, shortcut to copy. So see what I'm doing here? Hold Command C to copy. Click it, and it remembers it. And then you're going to come and pick a new spot. See, this is the other thing. You're still over here, so get your arrow over here. Click with your thumb. Now you got a new text board, click again. Now you've got a place to text it. You Command W or V, Command V, and it copies. So you can do that up here using your tools. This is what you do in the beginning. You go up to, you'll highlight something. So you highlight the whole word, for example, or jumbo sugar terms. You go up to type, and actually what do you do? Object or edit. So you go to edit, and you do copy. Well, you look over here, what's the shortcut? Control C. So you're going to get out of it. Say you're down here working somewhere, and you got to go all the way up here with the mouse. Go to edit, go to copy. Then go back and do your stuff, and then you're ready to paste it. So say we're here. We click, we got the text tool ready, and we want to paste it. We got to move there all the way back up here to edit, hold it down, go to paste, and it pastes it. Well, look what we do. This is the quick way. You highlight it, click, new text box. Oh, wait, we didn't copy it, though. See here? So here's a perfect example again. We go back, we highlight glucose, click new text box, Command V, we paste it. Oh boy, that computer is something else. See, just to play a soundtrack is impossible. So see, we were still stuck in the same text box there. So you got to get in the habit of pointing, clicking somewhere else, get a new text box, Command V, paste. So that should be an exercise. You're going to have to go through the arrow. See, every time I hit that Control key, it throws the arrow up. That's your pointer. You move around, you pick, you click, your thumb. So this is something they don't tell you about a lot. these shortcuts, holding the pointer, holding your thumb down, this activates it. So you're going to, as soon as you go to do graphics with Illustrator, the first thing you're going to do is put your thumb right here. Your thumb is going to go on the clicker. That's your clicker. Your forefinger on this, because Command C, Command V, Command C, Command V. This is the ones. You got to do the shortcuts. Command C, Command V. Thumb on this. So I've never seen a book that tells you that. I mean, they'll go up and they'll show you, here you go, find it in the menu. Look up here under Tools and do the drop down. Back up a little here. You know, who wants to go up every time you do this? You know, edit, copy, move it, go up, edit, paste, paste in front, paste in back, so you paste. You know, it wears your hand out. I call it mouseitis you get. So we'll go through, we're going to delete that. Our arrow tool, we're going to delete that. So we're going to select all because, see, there it is. There's that little spot that got thrown in there because we didn't know what we were doing. Now, another one that'll happen is you'll type something and you'll look down on the color palette. See, I'm doing this sideways. So now you got your palette here. This thing will be clicked with nothing. So you'll end up with a stray point with text that has no highlighting on it. And then what you'll do is you'll go to print and you'll find that this word was put behind it. And it'll just throw stuff off. Another one, it'll fill it with white. So watch, here's an example. Say we're on the text tool. Here's text tool with the word, say, white. Well, the color picked was white, so you don't see it. Okay, there's nothing there now, right? Well, say you're working along here and you go to print. Notice the top of glucose is worn off here because the white word is still there. So you got to be able to go in, and when you click that word, so you can see it now because it's highlighted, it says white, but then it disappears. So know how to use your color box. This is the inside of the text. This is the outline. So go to the outline, you hit black, and then it shows up. Now you can see that there's a word there. So this is tricky now because sometimes you don't want it filled with white if you want something to read through that's on the back. I don't know, let's say there's a colored box here. There's a box that's filled with white. Here's an example. So let's fill it with some color like yellow. Well, if we bring this word white, we'll make it bigger so we can read it. Type size is 48. And see how it's behind the yellow? So there's another shortcut. I mean, you can go up here to Object. And where is it? Somewhere there's like move it. See, I think it ought to arrange, bring forward, bring back. These are tricky now because they're double. You got to hold 3 of these things, Shift, Control, and the little sign that way. So there's a front and a back. So I don't even know how to explain it. I just know the shortcuts by heart. So here, if I click white, I'm going to hold Control, Shift, and either frontwards or backwards. So there. The text is filled with white. If you wanted, you could fill it with nothing, and that way it'll bleed through whatever's behind it. So when you see these brochures where they do fancy wine labels or something, you know, half the letters are this way, half are the other way. Well, this would look good if it was filled with white in this case. So see how you got some text in, some without it? Well, if you want to bleed through, pick the nothing, bleeds through. So we were doing simple text here. This is just stuff, I'll show you as an example because a lot of these tools, you got all these things over here. There's about 5 that you use the most of. And again, you want your pointer here because if you want to change tools, see now we're on the line tool. Well, now we go to the pointer. It's regular pointer. Here is white pointer. If I hold the clicker, it gives me the other one. So it gives me two tools in one without having to go back there and grab it. So here we'll grab white. We'll delete it because we're not using it. We hold our control down, gives us the arrow. Highlight that. Double delete it. You got to push it twice. So glucose, we're doing a jumble here, right? We pasted this so that we got the right size. So let's just keep, let's say the last letter here. We delete, and this will make sure that we have the right size text. So pick the letters of glucose. We'll lock the caps. L, O, U, G. We already got the E. G, L, U, C. We'll throw a C in there. We'll use our arrow back up somewhere. C. So are all the letters for glucose in there? G, L, U, C, O. We're missing an S. So where can we throw an S that makes it look like a word jumble? Maybe S there. So there's one jumble. This is the real word. That's the one they're going to have to unscramble to find. These, you just got to grab the window and move it out of the way. They won't let you work behind it. Like I was saying, it was covering the arrows before. That's a major pain in the butt. So let's zoom in a little to show you what we're doing here. Another sugar term is glucose. So we click our text tool, click us an empty spot so we're not holding on to anything. Once gives us the text tool, we paste to see what letter size we got. We don't want that one. So let's go in here. We'll highlight this text, copy it, go back, highlight this jumbo text, and paste the other one over it. So got rid of that one. Gives us the size we want. Go back and pick the other term, which in this case is sucrose. See, it's the same text size. I told you to remember that. So when you go back, paste, and then stay one letter in. So sucrose, C, sucrose. Then we got to go back and get rid of that C. Because see, watch, if we're over on this side of it and start typing, before it was remembering the other text size. See, you never know what it's going to do. That's why you got to do it this way to make sure you get it right. So sucrose, come over here, click, new text, paste to make sure we got the size, and we want to rearrange the letters of sucrose. O, S, there's two S's, E, R is in there, C, a U, S-U-C-R-O-S-E. So all the letters of sucrose are in there. What's another sugar term? We go down, click, paste. We got the right text size. Go back to the beginning. Glucose, sucrose, galactose. G-A-L, galactose. So let's copy that. We missed the G. Copy it. Command-C. Paste. New text. Let's take a couple of those away. G-A-L. And we'll put them over here somewhere. L-A-G. And any other ones we can rearrange to make it look harder to solve. Let's take the S. Maybe move the S to the front. Yeah, there you go. So that guarantees that you have all the letters in there. If you're doing it off the top of your head, you better go through and see if you're spelling them right. Now what we want to do is rearrange them here so they're not all lined up the same, right? Now before, this is something, when we open the new file, it's not being saved. So what I usually do is open a new as a save as, and that way you got a file that's already made and